Hello, space friends. Captain Snuggles here, back in X4 Foundations to bring you episode 5 of Casino Snuggale. It seems like the episodes are really starting to stack up. I've made good progress towards thanking my charity donors from the 2024 Extra Life charity drive, so that's great. I've not made such amazing progress towards the titular component of this run, which is actually building a casino. So hopefully I'll be able to make at least a little bit more progress this time around. I have at least started construction of my first station, which is the first step on the long line of research and construction that's required to eventually build a casino. So, I've made non-zero progress. That being said, the main goal, of course, is to thank my donors, and the Bill-barossa here, my proud achievement from last time, is living proof that I am making progress on that front, at least. Speaking of the Bill-barossa, I am on my way to get some upgrades, so I'm heading over to the Argon equipment dock here, where I should get better prices than at the shipyard. I was heading this direction at the end of last episode. However, when I was getting things ready for this recording, I realized that the Bill-barossa only has, let's see, 4 laser towers and 6 mines on board, and that is all I have to sell, which is basically nothing. So even though the sell prices would be better at the shipyard, the buy prices are going to be better at the equipment dock, and I'm going to be mostly buying. So I'm just going to head over there, save myself some time, hopefully some money as well. Now, of course, I say I want to buy things, but I'm sitting on just under 3,200 credits in my account, so I cannot do much purchasing right at this instant. I'm going to have to liquidate a little bit if I want to get any upgrades at all on the Bill-barossa. Now, I do have a plan for said liquidation, or at least downsizing a little bit. And it actually comes from the comments of last episode. Now, let me activate my autopilot here, because I do need to scale back and refine my factory build a little bit, the solar power plant here, so that I can improve it and also get myself a little bit more money in the bank account for these upgrades. So, I believe the first or second comment on the last video pointed out some possible inconsistencies in my station design philosophy. So first off, first off, I care about having solar panels pointed at the sun, but this commenter pointed out that I apparently do not care about having solar panels overlapping with each other, which is an internal inconsistency on my part. And it is true, I did not care about that until it was pointed out to me, and now I might care about it a little bit, so we're gonna get rid of that overlap there. And additionally, I'm gonna scale back to just one solar panel for now, and I'm going to have it pointing up. Now, ooh, this is kind of nice. It's not gonna be symmetrical in the end. This points like directly at the sun, but I think I want it just flat like this. So yes, we've come full circle since last episode. This is about the spot last time where I was doing this exact thing, and here we are again. Now, there's one other thing that was pointed out, which is that the container storage here is not symmetrical. Now, this commenter probably meant one thing by that, but I'm going to interpret it my own way. Put the little Snuggle spin on this idea of symmetry. Hang on. There. That's perfect, right? I'm sure that's exactly what this guy had in mind. It was one facing one way and one the other way. I realized as I was thinking about this that if you squint, it kind of makes an S. S for Snuggles. If you squint. So that makes me happy, and that's how I'm going to do it. Now then, let me get this stacked back on top. And because this solar panel is on the central axis, I want pulse lasers on it instead of missiles. And we'll call that good, and call that good, and call that good, which should give me quite a bit of funding in my account. Yep, almost $1 million. Very nice. So, now that I have that figured out, oh, dang. $500,000, yeah, nah. Screw that. So, back to what I was doing, which is getting my ship upgraded. Now, I have never actually manually docked at this one before, so give me a moment. So here's my dock over here. I'm willing to bet I'm facing the wrong way and I'll have to turn around. But fingers crossed, that is not the case. Alright, coming in for a landing. Alright, Argon. Come on, I'm supposed to... Yeah, have to turn around. There we go. Alright, so don't mind me. I'm just going to sit here and spin in place for 30 seconds or so. I wonder if there are some kind of indicator lights on the dock that I'm just not seeing. That was something in an X3 that you learned to respect really quickly, was indicator lights, specifically on gates, to notify you of which lane was which and whether there was oncoming traffic. There's a lot less incentive to obey traffic laws in X4, seeing as collisions don't do hull damage. But there might still be something like that. Not quite sure. Let's see. No, I don't see anything like that. Who knows? Alright, almost there. There we go. Okay, so I have just about 1 million. Probably will be 1 million credits by the time I sell off the laser towers and mines. So hopefully I can do something halfway decent with that little stockpile of cash. When I am eventually tractor beamed in. There we go. So you might have noticed if you had very keen eyes, this ship is actually missing a captain. That is because I have reserved the captain slot for someone very special. I don't know exactly who that person is yet, but I have some very, very stringent criteria for who I want to pilot this ship, and those criteria are a bomber jacket and sunglasses. Yep, it's all fashion. I do not care at all what their piloting skill is. I will give them training if they need it, but they have to have the style. The Bill-barossa deserves a captain with a bomber jacket and sunglasses. So, in 4 minutes and 5 seconds, when this upgrade wraps up, I will head into the equipment dock here and hopefully find myself a captain that meets my very strict criteria. There we go. That's done. So now I can hop over here. Let's see. I wonder where the best place to find a captain on an engineering dock is. An equipment dock, rather. Jeez. Not here. It's very clearly not here. Oh. Although, this lady just spawned in. Maybe the other NPCs will also spawn in soon. Now then, I'm sure that as soon as I hire a captain and put him on board, that the Bill-barossa will undock, because that is just how it always goes. So let me go ahead and get the URG onto the equipment dock here. Now you probably noticed I saved myself a little bit of money that I could have put towards other turrets, but I wanted to save that because I have a couple of missions for managers and engineers. I need two stars of each. So maybe, possibly, I can find those individuals, hire them, and cash them in for those mission rewards. It's iffy with the small amount of money I have available, but it's possible. There goes the URG. Alright. Do you have a bomber jacket and sunglasses? No. Do you meet my criteria? No. Alright, you are useless to me. We will probably fast forward through this part because my requirements are very strict, and it might take me a while to find these people. Oh, that's a good look.
Hello there.
All right, I'm gonna spend over a third of my remaining capital to buy a person whose main skill, boarding, I'm never gonna use because I like her style. Okay, Leanne. Welcome to the team.
It'll be a pleasure working with you.
You're dang right it will. Hell yeah.
Security would like to remind all visitors to keep their children with
Sweet.
them at all
Okay.
times.
So I did not find my... At least she's not walking on the conveyor belt. She likes to live life on the edge. I approve. Alright. I did not find my little supplementary crew members. The ones for the missions. So I'll need to work on that at some point. But I did get my captain, and in fact, she is sauntering away so slowly that I can actually get back to the Bill-barossa and watch her take the bridge. I love that style so much. I'm so happy they added sunglasses to the Argon accessory lineup. Okay. Heck yeah. Now the Bill-barossa is just about complete. Oh. I can get the URG back on board. And since I have had the very good fortune of getting a captain who meets my requirements, I think I will go ahead and save. Okay, we are back in business. I've been scheming on fun things to do with the Bill-barossa here. Not smart things to do, mind you, fun things to do. Big difference there. So I think my first activity is going to be to get revenge on these dang traitors who were using me for target practice. Well, using the Bill-barossa for target practice while I was trying to capture it. So that is step one. Absolutely. Revenge of the Bill-barossa. Then, well, we'll see how long that takes. I have a much, much dumber idea than that in store. So, I really hope there is time for my extra dumb idea this episode. We'll see. Alright, let me climb up here and get moving. Alright.
Entering Atiya class choice.
Oh man. Okay, good. I thought my travel charge time was going to be 20 seconds again, but I missed the timing coming out of the superhighway, but I did not. All is well. I should check and see whether my drones are still on the ship. Yes, they are. Very good. And then it's a water trader. That is a high-tech trader. Oh, we have two high-tech traders. Holy Order are the ones that really made me mad. They're the ones that were taking shots at me, but I'm not going to be too picky. I think that Zyarth is probably fair game as well, considering that, well, have they done anything especially... Oh, yeah. They have done mean things to me. They fired missiles at me while I was fighting the Xenon. So, yes. Holy Order and Zyarth are both absolutely fair game. Overshot just a little bit, but not too much. Oh, actually, no. Right on target. Look at that. It's not bad. I think Argon engines have really good braking characteristics as well, which is pretty nice. Isn't this convenient? I am right next to both of these chumps. Which means it's time to let her rip. Let's see. What? I must have accidentally hit the... Yeah, not gonna happen, dude. Alright, now let's take down the laser tower as well. Yeah, turrets cannot hit laser towers at all. I thought maybe the large pulses would be able to, since they're... I'm trying to get a good angle on the large pulses trying to hit this thing. It looks like... Dang it. Yeah, look. Excuse me? It looks like, visually, the projectiles pass directly through the laser tower. I think the laser tower's hitbox either is slightly smaller than its visuals, or the projectiles are. Either way, makes me sad. It's not like that's exactly unusual. Nothing has been able to hit laser towers in the history of anything in this game. The true final boss, you know, people make a big deal about I's and K's and Asgard and all that. This right here, the humble Mark I laser tower, is the true final boss of X4 Foundations. We're about to have the second showdown with the final boss. There's a second laser tower deployed now. Alright. What did we get this time?
Container.
Advanced composites. Okay. I'll take that, I guess. Yeah, at this rate, we're not going to get to my really dumb idea, because I'll just be sitting here fighting laser towers the whole time. Oh, well, I guess we're fighting the food trader now. I should probably deactivate my turrets. Then we'll switch it back to defend. And let me see, is there anyone else to pillage around here? Water trader, high-tech trader. Oh, what's this? No, that's nothing good.
Hermes. Sentinel.
I can go and take down this Hermes. It might have something for me. Let's see. Attack current enemy. There we go. Oh, this guy has plasma turrets. It's pretty badass for a Hermes. Right? Come on. Oh, wow. This guy is boosting like crazy. Jeez. But not quite fast enough or far enough. I don't think. There we go. Alright, let's see what I get. Just inventory stuff. Well, okay. Anything else interesting going on around here? There is a Tethys, excuse me. Oh, there are a couple of Tethyses. But it doesn't seem like these guys are carrying anything interesting. I was hoping to get Claytronics. But I'm not sure that that's actually going to happen here. So, well, this is exciting. Wonder if it's worth going and fighting a little bit over here. I'm gonna say probably not. Yeah, probably not. Because my real goal is down here. I really want to get into Faulty Logic and down into Atiya's Misfortune, maybe even Mists of Artemis down here. Problem being, I don't know how I can get the Bill-barossa in there. I might need to go the back way. Might need to go through the void instead. I think I'll just get blasted by missiles, nuked into oblivion as soon as I jump into true sight. If I had to guess. But if I go the back way, all I have to worry about is Xenon, which are a lot less terrifying. So that's the plan. We are going on an expedition into very hostile territory. I have a little bit of business down there. For one thing, I would like to grab the Odysseus, get myself a little bit either extra cash or extra firepower, depending on what equipment it comes with. And I also, I was doing an undisclosed experiment separately from this, and I noticed that there were some pretty interesting things in Atiya's Misfortune in that seed that I was testing in. I do not know if they are sort of permanent new fixtures or if they're specific to that seed. So I want to go down and check it out. And depending on how frisky I'm feeling, I might even go shoot some cock for a bit. Oh, and there's also one more thing I want to do. Let's see. 224. It's a little expensive, but I'll get it. So I will upgrade. Queue up my minor fit, which it's a little too expensive for my current tastes. Ooh, dang. Yeah, alright. So there we go. Trying to figure out what the total cost is going to be. Looks kind of expensive. Oh, because the software. Yeah. Let's downgrade that for sure. And the Mark II mining drill. I feel like we only need Mark I, probably, for what we're doing. Alright. That looks better. Oh yeah, and the crew as well. Can't do crew in bulk, I forgot. So let me just do this. I will get my manager remotely using my little Pegasus here. That works. Oh no, I know what I can do. Duh. I need to dock at the trade station anyway to sell off these advanced composites I got.
Oregon Trading Station.
So, I will turn right around, I will dock there, and hopefully find a manager on board the trade station. That is a lot more interesting. I kind of enjoy, I enjoy hiring at least my first set of NPCs in person, my captains and managers and whatnot. I think it's kind of fun to go searching around for them. Gonna be there by the time the travel drive charges. There we go. Right, switch these back to defend. Oh yeah, laser tower's still there. I'm trying to swing in for a landing at this dock if it will let me. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, hang on. Hello? My ship was not rendering for a second there. Okay, well, that's better. Haha, got it. That is why I needed that that Mark II docking computer, was to slide in like that with flight assist off. Okay, so let's see. I'll let the Bill-barossa keep shooting ineffectively at that laser tower from the dock here. Let's see if I can sell off these advanced composites. Yes, for a whopping 33,000 credits. Oh well. Now, let me see. Do we have any active orders? Nope, just the trade. Okay. That means I can leave that to Captain Leanne and go look for a manager. Naked lizard, huh? I prefer the Talati with some more interesting fashion choices. I do love the the naked lizards just on principle, but here we go. These are more what I'm talking about, the sweet jackets and armor and whatnot. Jeez. Not a lot of management skill, but those gloves are pretty nice. Those gloves are really nice. Yeah, you're hired. Congratulations. Hired on the basis of fashion. And I believe I have a management seminar I can give this guy. Yes, I do. Sweet. So that's great. Okay. And yep, still completely unable to hit the laser tower. Very impressive. Alright, now I'll bring over my magpies. I'll head back to the Bill-barossa. Right. Now, are there any... Oh, there are high-tech traders now.
Demeter, Sentinel.
So maybe I can pop this guy very quickly. Maybe he'll be trading in something actually worthwhile. And then this will actually complete my revenge. I do not want to belabor the point here too much because it's not the most exciting gameplay. However, these guys were mean to me, and we can't stand for that. Yes, you are Forsaken. Okay. What did I get? Rapid sand filters, interface units. Electronics, yes! There it is. Okay, sweet. Let me see if there are any better places to trade Claytronics around here than just at the trading station. 2008. Wow. Apparently not. Or I just do not have the stations under construction on my satellite network. Oh well. Oh, so it goes. Let me see.
Oregon Trading Station.
Miners are coming in for a landing. So the reason I have miners is because Atiya's misfortune is absolutely loaded down with Nevidium. So these little miners are pretty cheap, and I can recoup the investment very easily with just a few minutes of time down there. If I don't get blown up by Xenon, which is always a possibility.
Sentinel.
Also, was there another high-tech trader around here? Yeah, there was.
That's not clever move. Split me.
Since I'm here trying to dock anyway. No. It's going behind the station.
Oregon Trading Station.
There we go.
Laser Tower Mark 1.
So let me just switch these back to defend and armed. And our trade again. No, someone's already snatched up the dang the sell offer, or the buy offer rather. Which means I cannot sell these. Great. Oh well. Oh, jeez. What a pain in the butt. Oh, what? There's something else back there. Oh, this guy dropped something. Oh. Dang it. Need to back up again. When I shot that trader, he dropped his Claytronics. I'm gonna pick those up, for sure. Unfortunately, that means I will have to carry them around for a while, and this is a fair amount of cargo. I wonder what to do about this. I could shuffle around my ships, dock a couple of magpies, and trade off to them. Yeah, that's 50% storage. That is quite a bit. Bill-barossa is going to be a little bit sluggish. I feel like I should probably do some shuffling. Offload this to a couple of magpies. So, why don't I do that? You do not have to watch it. I'll speed through it and see you on the other side. So that took a minute. I really wish I had Sita, but all in good time. I only managed to offload about half of the Claytronics, but that should at least reduce the maneuverability debuff a little bit. And it'll make me about 500,000 too, which is not too bad at all. Also, I totally forgot that there is a trading station in the void somewhere. So I'm hoping that I can discover it with this scout that I've queued up here. Fingers crossed on that. If I can find it, and if it is purchasing Claytronics, I can make a stop there with Bill-barossa and make that sale real quick. Unless, of course, the Terrans are coming through the system, in which case I just need to make a run for it. Okay, let's see what's in store.
Frontier Edge.
Oh, well. Antigone owns Frontier Edge, although possibly not for long. Let's see. Yeah, the defense platform should hold against that size of Xenon force. Still, the Xenon are clearly active. Unsurprisingly, this is going to be the nasty one right here. Whew. This is where I regret my decision. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, we're good. Okay. And let's see, I believe the gate I'm going for is... Where is it? I think it's farther southwest, isn't it? Yeah, it should be over here. Just don't see it yet. There it is. Hang on. We have a tool for this. Alright, now we turn faster, and now we stop magic speed. There we go. It's a slight improvement in my turn, I think. Gonna let me avoid being stuck for 20 seconds, giving the Xenon a chance to catch up. Probably should have at least brought some laser towers. I have 150,000. I could have at least done that. Huh. This place is not very exciting. Okay, there's something over there. Solar power plant, maybe. Oh, no, that's a wharf. Hard to tell. I think it's a wharf. There's the power plant back there. Yeah. It's just spread out. More spread out than I'm used to seeing. Now let's see what this second system has in store. Okay. Nothing too crazy yet. I want to scoot off to the west here. Try and get out of sight of most of the patrols. I think I should be able to handle any sort of little stragglers that come my way, but if a capital ship fleet finds me, I will be in serious trouble. Now then, yeah, that over there, you see that off to the right? That sort of brown cloud. It's one of the things I'm interested in. I think it might just be gas, but it reminds me a little bit of the Hyperion cloud that you find in the Hyperion DLC. It also might be just absolutely forever away. But I'm just going to fly that way a little bit and see what I find. So I believe there's also a data vault in this system. And I've also seen a couple of CPU shipwrecks that I think are pretty interesting. Yeah, I think this is just part of the skybox. Oh no. I am moving in relation to that cloud down to the right there. See, I'll just go I'll go see. It might be nothing. It is almost certainly nothing. But I'm going to do some exploration anyway, because why not? Alright, well, I have reached the cloud and there is nothing here aside from the cool Xenon rocks, which I don't think actually do anything. So I guess this is probably just a gas cloud. Someone who has actually mined gas, please let me know in the comments, because yeah, I have no idea how to actually find gas deposits visually. Okay, well, now where are we? Not too far out of bounds, I don't think. Since I'm here, and since I seem to be safe, I'm going to send out my miners. Actually, I should save one for manual mining. And I'll send the other one out to do some automated mining. Alright, so now I think that the data vault is somewhere over here, and one of the CPU shipwrecks that I saw is somewhere over here in the other universe seed. So we'll see if that's still here. I would love to hop out and fly around inside it, but we'll just see. Alright, I'm going to pause here. I bet there is Nvidium up top there. There are so many asteroids, there must be one or two that have Nvidium. One or two is all I need. So let me get the second magpie out. I'll get ready to hop in and do some mining. This one that's automated up here is not having much luck. But the captain also only has less than 1 star of skill, and I think there's no crew on board. Yeah, so it might just take a while. Oh, there we go. Just needed a little bit of healthy criticism, and it all worked out. So, 211 on board that one. And
Magpie. Mineral.
Sir?
let's see what I can do here. Chased by Xenon, though. I don't love that. Put this on shoot missiles first. Probably the most useful command in general for this scenario. Although the Xenon obviously do not use missiles.
M.
Wish this guy would hurry up. Hit cover right down here. There we go. I will let the Bill-barossa cover me. Hopefully the turrets don't let me down too much. One of them's hitting. Yeah. There we go. Please don't take out my engine. There we go. Very nice. Alright. Sweet. That's done. Now I can bring this full magpie back over.
Container.
I can snag at this processing panel, and I can go and get my own Nvidium. This is not really even this manual mining of Nvidium, like deep behind enemy lines, this super risky activity. It's not really that lucrative, but it's kind of interesting. It's a change of pace, so figured I would do a little bit of it. Ooh, bad luck on scan so far. I see 0 Nvidium. If it were around, it would show up purple on the radar there. It's not looking good. Let's see, I guess I can drop a resource probe here. Is there any Nvidium around at all? There is. Not a lot. Well, there's more than there was up there, so there must be some. Yep.
Queen's Guard.
And I've been targeted. Great. Lambs to the slaughter. Let's bring it back to the Bill-barossa. And hopefully it will fly past the Bill-barossa and get hit while it tries to chase me down here. Alright, now I don't visually see Nvidium yet, and I also don't see it on radar. This might be a swing and a miss on this side. Ooh, I don't think it's going to fly through the Bill-barossa. Maybe it'll get distracted. So I see crystals over here at least. Oh yes, it's going to try and chase the other magpie. Nice. Well, I can at least grab these crystals before I move on. That's something. Blue. I do not remember if blue is good or not. I want to say yellow's the best, maybe? I know purple's kind of bad. Alright, how is this? Yeah, so this is intermediate. That's fine. There's a lot of it, at least. Okay, nice. I think the Bill-barossa is going to take care of that for me. So, that leaves me back to hunting Nvidia. I was hoping it would be easier to find. I was really hoping. No, nothing there. Alright, well, I will try up here then. It's bringing me closer and closer to actual Xenon territory in the core of the system, which I don't love. But I think I should be able to use my nice Tilati boost and get away. Oh, there's some Nvidium, finally. Yeah, these dark gray sort of spiky looking guys are always either empty or Nvidium. Let's see which one. Yeah, Nvidium it is. Beautiful. Alright, in case you have not had the pleasure of manually mining before, you can either just nuke the asteroid itself or hit the nodes. Hitting the nodes is better. This is probably going to totally fill my cargo here. 456 Nvidium. So basically, the asteroid has a certain yield associated with it. Yeah, I can only carry 350. Okay, well, that's my full load of Nvidium. That was a very large node. They're usually lower, but basically each asteroid will have a certain yield associated with it, and the nodes will pop out different amounts of material based on the yield, and each time you hit a node, the remaining yield decreases, so diminishing returns and all that. That is the quick and dirty of how that works. And this is nothing interesting, fortunately. Go ahead and put this second magpie into internal storage so that I can dock quickly. Oh, that's right. My cargo's full. Oh, jeez. I paid zero consideration to the extra inertia, or extra momentum, rather, from cargo, from the cargo being full. Just a massive cargo hold full of rocks. Even though I was just thinking about that with the Bill-barossa. Extremely recently. I have the memory of a goldfish. No! I was foiled by the little radar antenna there. I bounced off of it. There we go. Ah, right. Okay, let me off of here. There we go. Oh, look at this guy. Like, the crew's getting reasonably well trained, huh? Repairing the Bill-barossa after its initial damage helped some, although the total skill is still not that good. Oh well. I can give Captain Leanne a quick training seminar. I think I have a couple extras, and she can certainly use it. Yeah. There we go. So now she should have 2 1/3 stars, yeah? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. I'm going to take back over, though. I'm going to continue on my way and hopefully find the data vault, or a wreck, or both. Okay, there was something out there. It's just blue still. That could be a wreck. That blue could be the lockbox within a wreck, but it kind of doesn't look like it. So I will carry on, hopefully find the data vault. And let's see if I ever found the trade station up here. Yes, there we go. Is it buying Claytronics? No. Okay. Is anyone buying Claytronics? No. Okay. Oh. I tried. Okay, what about Nvidium? Who is buying that? Tikvas. Alright. 498. 537. The Talati is the best, unsurprisingly. Those guys love NVIDIA. Check for Data Vault. Dang. Thought it was somewhere around here. There's the gates over there. Could have sworn it was close. Might just be slightly out of range. I also am not seeing the CPU shipwreck, which is too bad. I'll be interested to see how much profit I actually turn from this. Especially if I don't find the data vault or any wrecks to explore. This is going to be pretty unimpressive. Guess I still have to try and find the Odysseus. Oh, what the heck? Is that something up there? I don't think so. Huh. I bet it's above or below the plane of the system a little bit. It's gotta be what it is, right? Or I'm above or below the plane of the system a little bit. Let me get the Yuri G back onto the surface. I can do some more nimble scouting with it. Aha! Wow, how long has that been on my radar? Huh. Wow, flew right past it. And also, is there a CPU shipwreck? Does not look like it. Okay. Well, still, at least there's the data vault. Might get some loot. Might get one of my missing timelines entries. Or I might fly past it while I was admiring the scenery. Alright. Now I have to make sure that this ship has no active orders, otherwise it will leave me behind. Right. Excuse me, Wellen. What? Shove that guy back into the back into the airlock there. All right, let's find these panels. There's one. Just saw a second one up there. Okay. There's another one. Very nice. Make sure nothing appeared down here. I don't think there's ever loot down below, or I've never seen loot down in those lower hatches. That, by no means does that mean that it never appears there. Oh, nice, more drugs. More hallucinogenics. We're going to be well stocked for the casino. This is going to be the most popular casino in space, with all the hallucinogenics I'll be throwing around. Alright. Oh, there would be a second loot crate. There we go. I already had this one. Not surprised. Okay, now did I miss any panels or any loot? Doesn't look like it. I think we're good. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I thought there would be a second one. Maybe there was, but I'm happy with my little pickup of drugs. So, call it good.
Sir.
We'll get back to Bill-barossa. And then I will see about getting the Odysseus. I don't know why that magpie came out of internal storage there. It's a little weird. Could have been slightly inconvenient. Alright, well this has been pretty uneventful for being in one of the core Xenon systems, one of the two biggest Xenon clusters in the game. But... hopefully it's been at least a little bit interesting for you. Maybe I will call it quits for this episode, because this has been going on for quite a long time. Yeah, I'm not sure where future Snuggles is going to cut these episodes, but maybe this will be the end of one, and if so, then I will pick back up next time with grabbing the Odysseus and hopefully not nuking myself on mines in the process.
Docking right.
Alright, and in the hypothetical situation in which this is the end of an episode, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will tune in next time. And until then, this is Captain Snuggles, signing off.